Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Had my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down, look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat, it's just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need cheese, cash app, Venmo or PayPal. Pumped up to the max, I'm gonna break down. Flow water, big drip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlight, ball is like my whole take, wow. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new ain't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury.
Today,
from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh,
it's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. And the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to one of the most storied postseason venues in the league. Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, sold out once again. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the
Cordarrelle Patterson. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Steelers. And all the pressure that goes on in these playoffs, but the first score here in the divisional round always very key.
Partner, this team handled it like it was a regular season game, that they were confident in what they were doing, came right out and established themselves early.
So now after the opening kickoff is brought back, the offense is going to take the field for the first time, but it'll be for a two-point conversion. Wilson, and unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
There's no doubt that's how every team wants to start a game, return the opening kickoff for a touchdown. But I'm just wondering, did emotion get in the way of decision-making there by trying to go for two?
Well, Thursday in the meeting, they told us we want to be aggressive, and I just kind of brushed that off because everybody says it. Apparently they meant it. Unfortunately there, they couldn't get the two-point try.
No doubt that they meant it, but they were unsuccessful there. I think the best play would have been to kick the extra point and keep that momentum going.
The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the one touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw there taken in by Smith. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On play action, here's Tua. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Call it a gain of a yard. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run for it with Achane. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Well, didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Miles Killebrew with a pick. And he'll get this offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Play action. It's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Warren. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jaylen Warren taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So their 2nd touchdown of this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, only up 12-0, 1 extra point on the other side could ultimately beat you if they score twice.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Short throw to Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to pass. Tua. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell them everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going.
And now off to the races down the right side and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Steelers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So the 2-point conversion trend continues, at least as far as trying those goes. They've attempted them after all 3 touchdowns, CD, and converted now 2 of them.
They're not just dipping their toe in the water, are they? I mean, they're committed to going for 2 points, and 2 out of 3, now with a 22-0 lead. In a sense, they're a little bit ahead of the curve, because normally it would be 21, wouldn't it?
And with the way their defense is playing, I don't know if it matters if they do convert any of these. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Tua sets up to pass it. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a toss left for Achane. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. And Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. So on fourth down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. On first down, Wilson. Flush to his right. Pass caught. It's Ben Skoranek. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 32-yard line. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Again, Wilson steps away. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They give him 5. Time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. Patterson will score. Touchdown, Steelers. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it 2nd and 7. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. On first down, back to Achane to about the 40-yard line. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. Tua going to throw. Short throw to Smith. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Back to the ground, Achane. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they delivered.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Now Wilson. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Tua's throw into the hands of Reynolds here. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory down at the 31. On the move to his left. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone, and that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Eluding the pressure right. To the right side and complete to Washington. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this first half. That's caught, and he's got it. They add on more, a little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Short throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the give, it's Warren. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Now Wilson on 1st down. Out to his left. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. To throw is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Forced out to his left. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On second down, Tua. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it lines up incomplete.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where you see the final score there. Derrick Henry, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. The Steelers got a solid performance in that first half from their veteran QB, Russell Wilson. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters, as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. That's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Now Tua. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down. Up the middle, Achane. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back to throw here. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, but that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. And the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Rolling to his left. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. Steps away. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Play action. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. He's got his target. That's complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have got it on cruise control. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. DeMarvin Leal fighting through to bring him down that time. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua, it's caught on the right side at Smith.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken around the 12. And he's loose again. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. What a run that was. 88 yards on the punt return. And the Steelers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. Flushed out right. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
When you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you're starting to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. In motion, Hill. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. That is incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together, as that brings up another 4th down.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They go play action now. Wilson steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Wilson on the move to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NF pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Jaylen Warren, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. It's complete.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game. Buyer beware.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Miami set to take over. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He's been terrific so far. Taking it about the 16. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. handoff for Warren. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Warren diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Montravius Adams busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this will be taken at the 13. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the run, it's Warren. And running with power here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Now a run with Warren. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Warren. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Here's a 2nd and 5. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Tua sets up to pass it. It's caught inside the 25. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Tua now on 1st down. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Looking to pass. Tua. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. They'll run it. Warren. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. Warren. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 152 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
The Steelers going to survive and advance as we say so long, everybody.